Welcome back to Ghost TV Reviews, where we do all power and different variety of shows. Today we're going to recap episode 2. Let's get started with this.
Yeah, so episode 2, it looks like where we got started off as in episode 2, it was 1 month. They fast forward us, it was 1 month after the death of Junior. It starts off with pretty much they're showing, as soon as we get into the episode, Tariq and Brayden is back at campus. It does look like they showed us where the Westerns, they took their name off the dorm or library, and they showed us that as soon as the episode started. And then from there, they took the name off from the Westerns from the library or dorm because of the shooting. They let us know from the right away that Brayden also is going to be working a job in real estate and that his family left the city. His mom, dad, and brother. It does sound like his sister is still on campus being a student. Tariq is kind of transitioning back into being a student. Him and Brayden have a room together, a dorm room together. Tariq is also kind of thinking about getting back into the game because the lack of funds and resources and that lifestyle that the drug game provided him. He registered for classes, and he's through his financial aid. It does sound like they got him working 3 student jobs, so he's working 3 jobs right now. And then from there, they was just pretty much starting off thinking about how to kind of get back into the game. What can they do? Tariq also finds out that Tasha, his mom, he basically went and checked on her and gave her a phone call and found out that she's working at a local basically hardware store, and it sounds like she was getting mistreated by the manager as well. So Tariq, obviously talked with his mom saying, hey, this, I need to get back into the game. She's explaining like if he does get back in the game, what he needs to do differently. Basically, because this whole storyline is Tariq is trying to play both worlds. His mom is basically stating, hey, look, you got to choose a side. You either going to be in the streets or out the streets. Tariq thinks he can be in the streets while also kind of doing it the way Ghost did, as far as being political or using his career ties to basically showcase him as a businessman. Basically, Tariq also stays in the town that Tasha was in Woodsack. And then the next day, it looks like he goes and basically violates the person who Tasha works for as the manager, because he was basically doing some sexual harassment to Tasha. Definitely seemed like a relationship that he was trying to control and take advantage of Tasha. So he beat the manager up, got the car, he got his car back. He was having car troubles. So then Brayden had to come pick him up. While this is all happening, Brayden sees 2-Bit, which I thought was the most interesting part in the storyline, because 2-Bit, I believe he's about to come into the fold. So 2-Bit is downtown, and he's going to get some vegan food. Tariq sees him. Tariq still has the car key to the car and steals his car back. That's a big key right there, because him stealing 2-Bit's car is basically stating they're about to bring 2-Bit back into the episode, into the series, and he's going to be on multiple episodes, I believe, and he's going to be a big factor in this. Other things that I felt that was very important during this episode, Diana finally picked up a pregnancy test, so it does look like she is pregnant. Now, she could be pregnant by Tariq, or the other guy who was in the series last year. I forgot his name off the top of my head. Effie is still in college. She still had an interview. Well, we know she's still in college. She had an interview with the College of Engineering for Stansville, but Noma is still wanting Effie and Kane to kind of control that market. So what Effie did for Noma, she basically introduced the connect for the Russians to Noma and set up that meeting for Noma and the Russians to meet. But what happened was, hold on. So they tried to meet. Monet kind of interrupted that because Monet doesn't want to get cut out the business relationship of that. Monet wants to be the plug instead of basically the Russians. And what Effie did to basically get the Russians in there, she basically offered them weapons. not they wasn't gonna accept money. She offered them specifically weapons, and that's how they was made trying to make the deal. So the Russians could be the new disco. Some of the other things that happen, Obi is starting to feel pretty useless. Um, I think he's another, just like Two Bit, he's gonna play a really important role because he is gonna die in the next couple episodes because it does look like Kane is about to have a romantic relationship with Noma, and that might be able to cut out Obi as far as that. So Obi has to prove what is he worth. So is he gonna go to side with Tariq or is he gonna continue to be loyal to Noma? But it seems like Noma is kind of getting a good grip of what his plans are and how he's been a little bit sneaky and trying to betray her. So it'd be interesting to see that character develop it. Tasha's also on her last warning with Witsack. Detective Carter, he also played an explosive role where he basically met Tariq, told him who he thinks he is. He also went um, to the school and basically stated like, "Hey, we're on to you. We know you killed Junior." Um, he's also tried to talk with Davis. He basically told Davis, "Hey, I can get you your law license back to where you can, get back to being an attorney if you help take down Tariq." Davis, again, we already know what side he's on. He's gonna always be Team Tariq. He wants Tariq to win. He said no. Um, some of the things that we can kind of forecast from the previews that we've been seeing. It looks like they're gonna have an
After that, then so Monet decides to meet up with Tariq because she's not getting any results from her kids by finding someone that shot her. She normally, in the past, she has gotten help from Tariq because she always thinks that he's her thinker, and in the past, she has always got her problem solved by him. They end up meeting in a location. They end up getting each other's car. Tariq lets her know that he has his pistol and he's not getting away with his pistol or whatever. He's gonna keep his pistol on hand. And then they end up getting in the car. They end up talking. And Tariq tells her like, "Hey, Tommy's mom has told him that she gave him an envelope with his mom's location." And from there, she was like, "Do you actually believe her?" He was like, "I don't know. You tell me." So that was the end of the episode. Like, subscribe, let us know what's going on, let us know what we're doing wrong. Just comment and tell us what other shows would you like us to preview. We'll be back next week with another episode to recap episode 1, and then we're going to give our predictions for episode 4. Thanks. We'll see y'all later.